Hello and welcome to the MMA Live Chat Show. I'm Rich Davie and it's Tuesday, November 11th, 2014. On today's show, we'll be discussing the TUF 20 Episode 8 show that will be featuring the matchup between Tecia Torres and Bec Rawlings. Hello and thanks to anybody that might be listening out there. All right, let's get started here. The TUF 20 Episode 8 show that will be featuring the matchup between Tecia Torres and Bec Rawlings takes place Wednesday, November 12th, 2014. And will air on the Fox Sports 1 network at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Initially, this fight was to be between Justine Kish, who was ranked number 9 in Episode 1, and Bec Rawlings, who has been ranked number 8. But Justine suffered an injury and was forced to drop out of the tournament. So Tecia Torres is getting a second chance in the tournament after being eliminated in round 1 by decision. Since Dana White decided the number 3 ranked fighter who was eliminated should fill the void left by Justine Kish, and it's no surprise that the only person happy about Tecia returning is Tecia herself. It's in the house for taking issue with Tecia getting a second chance as she was eliminated fairly, and my suggestion would have been to bring one of the other ladies who didn't make the cut from the initial top 16 ranked fighters back into the house, rather than giving another fighter a chance, as giving a fighter who's already been eliminated from the show due to a loss a second chance. That just doesn't seem right, and it doesn't seem like the best route to take. It also doesn't seem fair to the other fighters in the house. But we've seen that things on past TUF shows go both ways when filling the void left by a fighter that was either eliminated or kicked out of the house for one reason or another. Apparently, from what we're seeing from the Episode 8 teasers, the girls in the house will continue to use Tecia as the new whipping post, since Heather Clark is no longer going to be that whipping post because Heather has been eliminated from competition. And, these girls are really upset here that Tecia has gotten that second chance. And not only that, I guess the girls in the Melendez side of the house are a bit upset since she's gone over to Team Pettis. And the girls on Team Pettis apparently aren't real happy about things either. There are a couple of girls on that team have an issue with Tecia Torres. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out for her. I think more than likely that's probably going to be a bit of a mental strain on Tecia Torres going forward here because not only are they giving her grief, not wanting to train with her and things like that, but I'm sure they're going to be giving her grief in more ways than one. We're seeing that they're trying to force her, to move out and go, to another room and not stay with, the one team. So I don't know. It's kind of sad that they're giving her such a hard time, but I can understand the animosity. It's understandable. Let's see. Taking a look at the two ladies who will be fighting in this episode. Tecia Torres is 24 years old and hails from the USA. She has a record of 4 wins and no losses and was ranked number 3 in the first episode of the season. And many fans expected Tecia to win her initial fight in the TUF Octagon. And many fans expected to see her become one of the favorites to win this season of TUF. But Tecia was eliminated in her first fight. Unfortunately for her, she got that second chance, as I mentioned a moment ago there, to return to the competition and fight again. In her win column, Tecia Torres has 4 wins by decision, which include wins over 3 fighters that are now in the UFC. Her last win was over Felice Herrig. Before that, Rose Namajunas. And before that, Paige Van Zandt. And Paige was actually supposed to be on this season of TUF, but she was eliminated because she was too young, or so the story goes. And all of those fights that I just mentioned there took place in 2013. Tecia also has 7 fights as an amateur fighter, all of which are wins. 5 by way of decision, 1 by TKO, and 1 by rear naked choke submission. So looking at all of Tecia's MMA fights, she's got an impressive record, no losses, which makes it understandable as to how she's likely the favorite in this matchup here. All right, moving on to Bec Rawlings. Bec Rawlings is 25 years old and hails from Australia. She has a record of 5 wins and 3 losses and was ranked number 8 in the first episode of the season. Bec has more professional MMA fights and wins to her credit than Tisha Torres, which might make you think that she could be the favorite in this one here. But looking at the initial rankings, you'd have to pick Tisha Torres as the favorite going to this matchup, especially with that 11-0 record of hers throughout her entire MMA career. Bec Rawlings has 1 win by KO or TKO, 3 wins by submission, and 1 by way of decision. In her loss column, Bec has 3 losses on her professional record, 2 by decision, one of which is to Carla Esparza, who is also in the house and was ranked number 1 by Dana White and the powers that be in this season of TUF. And she also has 1 by way of KO due to head kick, which was her first professional MMA bout. I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb here in this one. And rather than pick the favorite, which I'm sure most people are going to pick, and if some of the other guys were on this show that have been on the previous preview and recap shows, I'm sure that they would be picking Tisha to win this one. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and in this one here, I'm going to pick Bec Rawlings to get the win by decision, not only because she's the taller and larger fighter, but more so since Tisha Torres was complaining that her initial loss to the number 14 ranked fighter in the house was due to an injury. And if that injury was a factor in that loss, I see it difficult to believe that she could be completely recuperated in a matter of weeks before this fight took place. So I don't know. You'd have to think that the number 8 ranked fighter might be a bit more of a challenge than the number 14 ranked fighter, especially if there's some sort of an injury. And I believe what that injury was had something to do with Tisha Torres's shoulder. So again, I'm picking Bec Rawlings to win her fight against Tisha Torres by decision. Tune in tomorrow night to TUF 20, episode 8. That's going to be on the Fox Sports 1 network tomorrow at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. All right, I guess that's it for now. Thanks for listening to our TUF 20 preview and recap series that we've been doing on the MMA Live Chat Show. And if you'd like to join us on the show to chat about some MMA, to talk about the TUF 20 season, or give your MMA fight predictions, or chat about events or breaking MMA news on the other shows that we do, we'd love to have you join us. Just head on over to MMA Chat Forums where we plan the shows, create an account there, and let us know that you'd like to join us so we can give you access to the area of the site where we plan and coordinate the shows. The links to the forums and the description in the video will have everything that you need there. There'll be a link to the forum and a link to all the social networking sites as well, the Twitter account, Pinterest, and our Facebook page as well. All right, people, thanks again for listening. Appreciate it, and we'll see you all next time. Enjoy the fights. Bye-bye.